Hello everybody. Six Heavy Six Metal Six Gaming here, and today I'm going to show you guys my top 10 games from my childhood. So starting at number 10, we got Shrek Slam. This game, to me, this game wasn't really that fun. It was basically like PlayStation All Stars, where all you did was choose whatever character from the Shrek movies you wanted to play as, and you would just fight each other. And that was pretty much it. So this game was like, ugh, this game sucked. To me, it did. At number 9, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one. I remember getting this from Blockbuster when I was 5 years old, and I would always play on the bad side. And I was always playing as the droid that would turn into a ball and run around. I would always play as that droid. Either that or I would usually play as the super battle droids. This game got me in a lot of trouble once because my mother wanted me to put on 2 players so that me and my cousin could play, but I didn't know how, and my mother kept telling me to do it, to fucking do it, and I kept telling her I didn't know how, because apparently she didn't understand English at the time. Get off my screen, bitch. Anyway, well, yeah, I got to keep this game for a while, and well, yeah, it was okay. I mean, this game was fun. I mean, it was one of my most favorite games of all time, to be honest. At number 8, we got MotorStorm for the PlayStation 3. I played this game a lot when I was young. I always loved watching cars get blown up and shit, which would eventually evolve to my number 1 choice. We'll get to that later. My number 1 favorite game has something to do with destruction of cars. That's all. I'll give you a hint to it. You're probably wondering which game it could be. You're probably already thinking of one solution, but you won't know which one it is. But I used to play this game with my dad a lot. This game was really fun. I enjoyed it. I still play it today, the exact same one. This version of MotorStorm, the first one for the PS3, I still play this one since I was a little kid. My dad has it now, so I'm like, yeah, I'll play it and all this shit. But that game is fun. I recommend it. If you played it, then you had a great childhood. Here at number 7, we got the Grand Theft Auto 3 game. It says the Xbox collection, but to be extremely honest, brutally honest, in fact, I didn't have this for the Xbox, but it was I had it for the PlayStation 2, but it was the PlayStation 2 collection. I know this because I went to my cousin's house, because I remember giving this game to him many years ago, and I was still probably younger than my little sister, and she's 7, and I was younger than her when I gave this to him, and he fucked it up. But that's okay. I got Grand Theft Auto for the PS2 now, the 3rd one. This is the front cover of the game I have. When I first got Grand Theft Auto, it looked like this, except the only difference was it didn't say the Xbox collection. It said the PlayStation 2 collection. And I tried looking for an image of that one, but I couldn't find it. The only one I found was this image. So I'm guessing that if mine was the PlayStation 2 collection, and I couldn't find anything that looked just like it and said PlayStation 2 and not Xbox, mine must have been a very rare find. Speaking of find, I need to find it and bring it back to its house, my house, where it rightfully belongs. I miss it. But yeah, that's number 7, I think. At number 6, we have Guitar Hero 2. This is one of the few games out there that introduced me to heavy metal as a start. But I didn't even know heavy metal was a thing. Hell, I thought this stuff they were doing in the game, I thought this was just some weird shit that they just made up. Some weird brand of music, until I realized it was real. It was an actual brand of music. So yeah, I played this with my cousin when he still lived in his actual house, not the one he lives in now. It was a nasty ass house, smelled like piss everywhere you go. It didn't matter how much you cleaned it. It could be a brand new house, and all the shit that made it stink was gone, and it wouldn't stink anymore. It would still stink. Even stink would say that stinks. But anyway, this game, I didn't play this game that often, but the only reason it's so low or high, close to number 1 on the list, is because of the fact that now that I love heavy metal, this game, I have it now, I still have it, in my PS2 area and shit. Yeah, I still had this game, so basically this game would come very low on the list, so that way, well, basically it's because I like rock and roll, it's the reason why it's that low. No. At number 5, I think it's number 5, it's Medal of Honor Rising Sun. This game, oh my god, this game, whew, I remember playing this game when I was like 5, 6, maybe 7 years old. And I always got stuck on the second level of the game. I never got any further. My favorite part, of course, was the part where you're in the boat and you have to shoot down the planes that are fucking high in the sky. That was like my favorite part of the game because that was the only part of the game I could get to. To me, this game wasn't all that great. Well, this game was great to me in some ways because it was one of the first games I ever played that involved guns and World War. But it was a pretty fun game. I don't have it anymore. I had it and then I threw it away because I got bored with it. And that's when I was introduced to the PlayStation 3 as a child. At number 4, we got ATV Offroad Fury. I know some of you probably were, when you first saw this, you were expecting ATV Offroad Fury 2. No, I played the first one. I always played the second one. I was younger. A few years ago, I used to play the second one, but I lost it. It got fucked up. But also, this is just an FYI to you guys. ATV Offroad Fury 2 is the game that introduced me to the band known as System of a Down, because they had the song Science in the game as a soundtrack of the game's whatever it is. Anyway, I played this game a lot because back then I was into racing games, not like, you know, to take the gun, you reload, you get the gun out, you go bam, 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 kill people. I wasn't into those games at the time. I was into racing, but now I've changed my mind and now I'm into other games, you know, like bam, 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 that kind of stuff. But yeah, this game was fun. I really enjoyed it. I miss it too. I haven't played it in years. At number 3, we have a game I haven't played in ages. Area 51. This game was like, by far, when I was a little kid, this was by far one of the most popular games I could ever think of that was about aliens. This is what brought me back to gun games, you know, like Call of Duty and shit. I never knew that existed. But I was starting to, you know, get low on video games with guns and start getting ATV and Midnight Club. But then when my dad got me this for my 7th birthday, ooh, this game brought me back to my gaming roots. This game literally changed my life. I loved this game. This game to me was like my life. This game was one of the main games that would define my childhood. I really recommend this game. I haven't played this game in years, and I've been watching people on YouTube play this game, and it makes me want to get the game even more. But I got so much other shit that I want to get to the point where I don't think I'll ever be able to get this game again. But who knows? We'll see what happens. At number 2, we got Red Faction. I have this game on my PS3 system. I have it there, and I've played it, and so in a way I still have it on my PS3 system. It's a very fun game. But this game, basically you play as a bunch of people who were put in slavery. Didn't matter if they were white, black, Hispanic, Russian, didn't matter. Didn't give a damn. You were put into slavery, not by aliens, but by these people who were still the same race, humans, but they became a higher class, and you became a lower class. I can't remember what they called you, but you were slaves that were forced to mine for minerals that would make their armies bigger and stronger, while you just sat there and they took all the credit while you're the one who actually found the shit that made this possible. And what happens is that a riot breaks out, and then you got a gun and a baton and a shield and whatever, and you start rising up against. It's basically like slavery in the old times, like in the 1800s, where people were like, you know, Native Americans, African Americans were slaves. It's basically that, but it's taking place in the future with much more better technology, and instead of you going out in the cornfield, instead you're out in the mines and you're digging for minerals. So basically, yeah, they rise up against the bad guys, and they take over, and then the world's peaceful again. And that's when the other Red Faction games start. But yeah, when I was a little kid, I played this all the way from morning to night. I remember one time getting ready for school, and I was like, what, in the second grade, first grade, possibly hell, even kindergarten. And I remember playing this game, and I was very, 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 very little. Probably around early 2000s, probably 2002 maybe. And I would sit there at TV. My mother would put my socks and shoes on for me, while I would sit there and play Red Faction like a little bitch, making her put my shoes on for me while I sit there with my RPG, putting holes in the walls, and then destroying the supports to bridges and watching them fall down. When my friends who were playing against me would try to get across, I would shoot one last support and the whole thing would fall down and they would die. Yeah, I love this game. I still do that. I still blow out the supporters like I did now back then. I do that now. That's funny as hell. And now, for number one, the number one game from my childhood is Twisted Metal Black. This game, oh my god. Never have I ever been mesmerized by a game that was so dark, gruesome, but yet so freaking amazing. This game introduced me to the other Twisted Metal games that would eventually lead to the PlayStation 3 game of Twisted Metal. This game is basically car combat. You don't, it's like Grand Theft Auto, except you can't get out of your car, and your car's got like guns and shit, and you gotta pick up guns throughout the map, and then you get it's basically a demolition derby, except instead of just crashing into people, you're shooting guns, rockets, and your objective is to kill everybody instead of just hitting their car to the point where it catches on fire and it breaks down and they leave. Instead, your objective is to get guns, rockets, like power missiles, swarmer missiles, rush towards them with your weapons and just and blow them up until they're dead. Once everybody else is dead, you move on to the next level until you had to face off against Minion, and then you did it all over again with all the other people, killing them. And then you would fight the final boss, Warhawk, and then you get the ending to each vehicle's driver's ending. Like Sweet Tooth, the guy on the front cover here, the clown, he wanted to get rid of his curse, but when he was told that if he took the potion or whatever and he'd start killing again, it would wear off, so he was like, fuck that shit. Just destroy the potion, and then he just kills the bad guy, Calypso or whatever. So yeah, this game was pretty dark, and that's exactly why I love this game. It's like one of the most brutal games I've ever played or ever seen. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe to 6 Metal 6. I will see you gamers around. Peace out, my friends. Peace the fuck out.